Just what the hell was that anyway?
I have no idea. I have no idea why he says that, but the trick's up. Use 4 elements. Here in front of us are the gates of Thebes. Now, you will have to use 4 elements to break the magic and open those gates. Place elements on 4 separate altars in this yard. I did not want to speak about it, but now it is time for you to know. Placing 4 elements together in this yard can invoke an ancient element golem. It is a huge horrific creature that brings death. You are heavily armed and should be ready to face it. Are you? I'd say I'm pretty well equipped to face it. So, if you know Serious Sam well enough, then you should know how this works. Every time you place an element onto an altar or a pedestal, then it spawns a bunch of enemies you have to deal with, but there are a bunch of ammo backpacks right next to all these pedestals, so that's kind of nice. And they give us more cannonballs, so I'm just gonna quick save right here. And first we're going to start off by fighting these guys, which I'm going to use the grenade launcher for, because it's faster than using rockets. Then when it starts spawning clear skeletons, I'm miles away from these guys with my rocket launcher. I'm a little mildly concerned, so that's why I'm switching. And whoa, you're getting kinda close. I don't really appreciate that, good sir. The Nars pretty much just serve to distract you, so I wouldn't really worry about them. Unless they get in your face like that, and I almost blew myself up with my own grenade. Kinda don't want to be doing that right about now, because then I would probably die, and that would pretty much add to my total valid death count in this game. Once again, those deaths at the Moon Mountains don't count, because I was trying to get a secret, and getting that secret took some trial and error. I still stand by my point. Now, I should probably look around and see if there's actually any armor. There's armor right here. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And I think for the next element, I'm actually going to try and make use of the minigun. Despite it wasting ammunition rather quickly, I'm still going to try and make sufficient use out of it. In Serious Sam HD, both games, they reduced the amount of bullets that you waste per second with the minigun, so that way it kind of lasts a little bit longer, which I do appreciate. And I think I'm actually gonna leave that alone for the time being, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this element right here. 2 more to go. There's a kamikaze. So this area just has kamikazes and clear skeletons, but it's also why I prefer to use the minigun, so that way I don't have to constantly switch between weapons and having to deal with these things at close range or far range. Basically, it's all pretty much your choice, but I'd kind of like to actually make a little use out of a minigun. I'm so good at forming sentences today. Did you just notice that amazing grammar I used? I just feel like using minigun. In fact, this entire video has just really been me rambling, but I guess that's what makes commentary interesting, and my ammunition is kind of getting in the red right now. That's not good. Yeah, when they told you that you would be wasting ammunition rather quickly with this thing, they really meant it. Bear that in mind when you use the minigun, but it's still quite an awesome weapon, and practically the staple weapon of Serious Sam if you think about it. Just gonna volley a couple of lasers over there, and that should be everything. So yeah, this is pretty much the order of which I like to do things. The next element that you place kind of spawns, well, a cluster of different enemies. Same with the one over there, which we will be doing lastly. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and pick this backpack up, and we're going to try and make a bit of use out of using the cannon. So this should be pretty exciting. And this gave us 100 bullets, which I might actually end up using at the very beginning. It all depends on what the enemies that are going to spawn are. So at first, it's not too bad. Then it spawns a bull, which again isn't too bad. Then it spawns that red guy over there, and another red guy. So, seeing as how there are 2 red guys, kind of want to deal with them rather quickly, and these guys are seriously pissing me off. And that didn't kill you, what? Please, seriously, just die. You can't take too much effort. That was something I commonly said, I think, in my Half-Life playthroughs. Please die, it just can't take too much effort, can it? And I don't think it can, considering I'm shooting you in the face. And being shot in the face means you're probably going to die rather soon. I really don't want to get shot by these guys' projectiles. And you are still alive. None of those actually hit you. Seriously. Okay. Oh, I get it. It's because he's kind of hiding behind a little Sphinx thing there. A little Sphinx statue. There aren't any large Sphinx statues in this game, which kind of puzzles me, because I think that would be pretty cool to have large Sphinx statues. That's a tongue twister right there. Large Sphinx statues. But yeah, there aren't any of those in this game. Instead, we just have giant pyramids. But that's fair enough. I think that's all the Nars. I'm actually going to go ahead and run all the way back to pick this health up, because I might need it. I might also need a little bit of armor now that I think about it. I might look around. I might not. It all depends on how nasty this last wave is. But then again, I could probably make some good use of the cannon. It's also important that we have a lot of cannonball ammunition for the boss of this area. Yes, there's finally going to be another boss, which is what Nitrixa told us about, which is a giant elemental golem. And it's pretty much the last regular enemy of the game, because there are pretty much smaller versions of it after that that are just normal enemies that you encounter on a daily basis, so there you go. And seeing as how I'm a little chicken, and I don't feel like looking around for armor actually, now that I'm here, I'm just gonna place that, and pretty much let the enemy spawn. So, get rid of those guys, and there's the guy who pretty much decides to ignore me until he stands in a specific spot and then he decides, oh hey, there's a guy over there, I wonder if I should shoot at him. So, the cannonballs actually, you can see that depending on where they are, like, if they hit the ground and they keep rolling, then they actually lose some of their main power, so that's why you kind of have to arc your shots in order to kill, like, giant biomechs. So that's pretty important. Kind of being a little risky right here, trying to take out these Nars up close. You could also use something like the minigun on them if you want, but I prefer using the knife because I like to give the knife an extra chance in this game. Because it's probably one of the better weapons in the game. I once said before that I did test this out. You could actually kill a major biomech with 8 knife swings. That's how powerful it is. But then again, you'll probably die before the biomech actually dies itself, so just thought I'd point that out. And there's still a bunch of you. And this one clear skeleton, which would hopefully be the final enemy. Nope. It's just another Nar. And that should be it. So, the Guardian that Nitrixa was talking about didn't actually spawn immediately. But once we go pick these up, it will. I'm gonna quick save. And basically the way that this enemy works is that, after I pick this up real quick and run away, giant lava golems, like, such as this, will basically predict your movement, sort of. Basically, wherever you're running, say if I decide to run to the left, as I am right now, then what it'll actually do is that it'll throw projectiles as to where I'm going to walk. And same with those guys, which are going to be a lot more regularly encountered, so it's good to keep that in mind when you're fighting these guys, to shift direction from time to time, and you should live. So, those guys, as we damage the boss, he kind of starts shooting them out of his lava-y body, and you kind of want to take them out. Now, these lava golems actually have a bit more health than the major biomechs, so it's kind of important to point that out, because they are going to live after a fully charged and well-arced shot from the cannon. And then, of course, it starts spawning the little midget dudes who actually don't try to predict their movement, they just kind of shoot projectiles where you currently are, in position of where they are, so they're not really that much of a threat, and they're considerably weaker too. After we clean these enemies up, that will pretty much be the end of the level. So, take these guys out, and then that'll be everything, and you shot my rocket out of the air. I'm gonna use the shotgun on you. And that was pretty much it. So, this is a lava golem. Yeah, pretty much the last regular enemy of the game. So, fairly interesting. Took a while to actually encounter them, but it doesn't matter anymore because that is indeed the end of the level, and I'm going to shoot a celebratory grenade and watch it explode. Explode where I can't exactly see it, but there you go. Let's run through the store, watch a little cutscene of Sam running by, carrying the laser gun in such a glorious looking fashion. And that was the Alley of the Sphinxes, which is a pretty cool level, I have to admit. It's somewhat fun. Not my favorite level in the entire game, but still, gotta give it credit. It does introduce a pretty cool boss battle. And we're just going to steadily walk right into the next level. And then we'll read what Natrixa might have to say about that. Statistics! Yes, we got 1 out of 1 secrets. We're really good at this game. And that's that. The next level is Karnak. Thebes. Thebes is an ancient Egyptian sanctuary built up by many pharaohs since the 12th dynasty. After it was built, only the religious lived there. The main god worshipped in Thebes was Ammon, the king of the gods and that which is hidden. He originally represented the forces of generation and reproduction. Entrance to the sanctuary was forbidden for ordinary people, and so it was until Memphis leaders instigated a riot, during which they stole the Amun-Ra sign, which you have in your possession. Thebes consists of 2 parts, Karnak and Luxor. We are now in Karnak. You should explore in an attempt to find some information about the Amun-Ra sign. As this item was very important, there should be plenty of information about it, I hope. Night has caught us, but there is no time to sleep. I know that you are tired, but you must start searching immediately. Very well, Natrixa. So, this door actually closes behind us, which is actually a secret area. And since I start recording, like, at the auto quick save of the game, then I am going to get that secret next time, don't worry. So, the next time we play, we will go through Karnak, and then to Luxor, and we will have a grand old time. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.